Welcome to Confessing the Faith, and I'm going to be doing 3 questions now. Excuse me for being in my truck, but my Wi-Fi isn't working anywhere else well. Identify the first fear found in the text and explain the solution Matthew shares with us. And 3 and 4 are similar, the second fear and the third fear. So let's go ahead and deal with the first fear. I might point out there in verse 26 and 27, some translated, so do not be afraid of them. A better way of translating would be, do not ever begin to be afraid of them. And so that fear is very much emphasized here in 3 different places in this text. And as we look at that, the issue here I brought up in the sermon on Sunday. The issue here is that these people might be hiding, that want to persecute us or create fear in us. And as a result of them hiding their way of going about things, we may be hiding the gospel. But what does the answer given here? The answer given here is for us to have confidence being a Christian and being with Christ. Encouraged by the truth, every disciple must fearlessly confess Jesus Christ. Now, that's difficult, and we've seen it very difficult at times when the caliphate was working and killing people for being Christians. But it encourages us here to overcome it by just doing. Go and shout it from the rooftops. What has been whispered in your ear now needs to be shouted. The second fear is those who kill the body. And we may not like this answer even less. The answer to this fear here is that realizing, especially for the disciples at this time, as they were going to be martyred, is that death is one thing, but death for us as Christians leads to eternal home with Jesus Christ. But we shouldn't be afraid of those who can only kill the body, but instead be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body. In other words, have a respect for God and realize that He can do both. Boldly confess, even when it gets dangerous for you, but realize that you have more. You have your soul, and that God will continue to keep you as His own. And then the third one comes in 29 through 31, and that's where we explain the 2 sparrows thing. The third reason why the disciples should have no fear, there's an argument from the lesser to the greater. He reminds his disciples of the small value of a sparrow. We used to have a lot of sparrows in Michigan. And the point here is, if I take care of those little sparrows, I'm going to take care of you too. And so you need to take a look at the care and concern I have for them and realize in your fear that I am there and have care and concern for you also. So that sums up question 2, 3, and 4.